Start recording.
Oh, we need a song.
What
What song are we doing? We need an intro song.
Play them something.
I don't know anything to play. Let's see here. Wait, how's that song go? I'll play it. You sing it. You ready? You ready? Hey.
Can't hesitate, no. What?
What? And that was it.
Can't hesitate. You're doing it too long.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. Can't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. That's all I remember right now.
Ready? One more time. And 3, 2, 1, go.
I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Okay, that's it. That's all we know. Sorry.
It has been too long since I heard it.
That is all you get. This is 2 for 1 happy hour with Javier and Angel. Talking about what things that we enjoy, things that make us happy.
Yeah.
And we had a great suggestion from Sam to talk about 90s video games that we like. Mind you, this has nothing to do with how good they are. I know I'm going to hurt some of your feelings because I am going to leave out a very specific game out of my top 10 that a lot of people like, and it's going to hurt people's feelings.
I guarantee you are.
One.
I'm guaranteeing you
know
that there's one right now that I'm thinking of. It didn't even make mine, to be honest. But,
It can't make my top 10, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'll give you a little bit of a hint for me. There are some games in here that are not competitive, which is really rare because technically I dive in for competitive games. I'm all about competition. I just love competition. Even if I get my butt whooped, I like competing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, again, has nothing to do with how good these games are, just how much we like them. So Javier,
yes.
we're just going to jump right in.
Okay.
What is your number 10 of 90s video games?
Money Puzzle Exchanger.
Oh, I didn't think about Money Puzzle Exchanger.
It's a good game.
If you guys have not tried out Money Puzzle Exchanger and you have Xbox Live, please get it so I can play you online. I definitely want to play some people online, Money Puzzle Exchanger.
It is
I
fun.
end up playing either against Javier, and Javier and I go back and forth quite a bit. And then there's a good group of people I beat, and there's a good group of people that just absolutely destroy me in it. But that is a fun game. You got to be able to do math. You're not going to be able to use modern, what is it? Common Core math is not going to do it. Common Core math is not going to be able to.
Not gonna cut it.
It's not going to cut it. So you're going to have to really do some math. But it is a really, really cool game. That is a great choice for 10.
And it's not even a whole lot of math because you can use the colors instead of the numbers.
Yeah, but you got to know which color leads into the next color then.
Yeah.
Because you got to go from 10 to 50.
But at that point,
5
that's
to
just
10, 5 to 10, 10 to 50, 50s to 100, 100 to 500. Yeah.
That's still less
I
math.
mean, it's not real hard math, but great game. That's a great choice. Mine was barely in the 99, my 10 gets all tangled. My birds come out backwards sometimes. But my 10th, coming in on number 10, I had 1999 on the Dreamcast, Crazy Taxi.
Fair enough. I'm
Crazy.
actually surprised that's as low as 10.
Yes, because you're gonna see why. And again, I'm all about competing. Now, Crazy Taxi, even though it wasn't head to head, it was one of those games that I could play with my buddy Alan. I'm going way back into the days, guys. I graduated from high school in '89, and this came out 10 years after I graduated from high school. I was still playing games. I'm still playing games. I just turned 49 the other day, so don't expect it to end anytime soon. But it was one of those games that I would play with Alan, and it's nice and short. And we would just see who got the high score. I'm like, oh, I beat your high score. All right, give it to me. Now it's my turn. And
Yeah, that's fair.
We just kind of go back and forth to see who had the high score by the time the night was over. So
I haven't played Crazy Taxi in 10 years.
Well, David was just playing Crazy Taxi the other day. He was killing it, too.
Yeah.
He was absolutely killing it. He was doing really, really well on that Crazy Taxi thing. So, all right. So what do you got on number 9?
Kirby Star Stacker.
Oh, my goodness. This is... So I'm already looking at this, and our lists are going to be so different. Drastically different here.
Not a whole heck of a lot of different... Well,
oh,
probably in...
Man, I'm looking at my list. I'm not seeing a lot of my stuff making your list. It's going to be really interesting.
That's fair enough.
So tell me about that game. Why that game?
Kirby Star Stacker is a really easy puzzle game. Well, as far as like casual level goes, it's just really fun.
So Kevin's going to be all proud of you. 2 of your top 10 are already puzzle games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin is our puzzle master.
Spoiler alert, those are the only 2 puzzle games on here, but
that's not much of a spoiler alert.
Not really.
Listen, that's good stuff though. I wish I had OBS working so you guys could see this. I really wanted to show you this. Number 9
Burger King foot.
is Madden football, but it's a very special Madden football. It just, it's got a special place in my heart. Is Madden Football 92. 92. And the reason I love Madden Football 92, it is one of the most ridiculous reasons ever. We would play against each other. Madden Football 92 actually let you hit people after the whistle. Not only did you hit people after the whistle, but if you hit them hard enough, you could knock them out of the game. At which time the ambulance would come in and run over players that were on the field. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, literally, you see this ambulance come in, blah, 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 and players would just go flying around, and
so part of me...
And then they would just get back up and play the next play.
Part of me is surprised that actually beat Crazy Taxi, but part of me isn't, because that is
competing.
More directly competitive.
Yes, I was competing. That was a game that I played with my brothers. Didn't play with Alan. Alan and I didn't play a whole lot of football, but I did play that with Alberto and Alfredo. It was just a game. Again, once again, just competition for the sake of competition. No other reason. But it was just really dumb. It was ridiculous.
You're not going to be happy with number 8.
I was almost going to put Mutant League Football in there instead of Madden 92. But I went with Madden 92. I actually played it more than Mutant League Football.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
You're not going to be happy with number 8.
Okay, what you got on number 8?
Toe Jam and Earl.
Wow. Okay, I'll dig it. I'm okay with you having Toe Jam and Earl at number 8. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna talk much about Toe Jam and Earl because
Yeah.
So my number 8 was also Dreamcast. So again, so far we got Dreamcast, Genesis. I'm going back to Dreamcast. My very first music game, rhythm game, Space Channel 5.
If I'm not mistaken, that's your only rhythm game.
I've played others since then, but that was the only rhythm game that I actually spent time into. Yeah,
and it's the only one that you had on console that was outside of the band genre, like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. As far as I know.
Yeah, there's been a couple of others that I've tried, but didn't really click. But Space Channel 5, again, I mean, part of it was just it was just the first like rhythm game that I actually enjoyed, even though it's so dumb. Up down, choo choo choo.
If I remember correctly, I think Michael Jackson was in the second one. I think he was supposed to be in the first one, but he wasn't. Like he had a sprite and everything, but he wasn't used. But I think he was actually in the second.
That wouldn't surprise me. He was involved in a lot more video games than people realized he was.
He did the soundtrack for Sonic 2, I think.
Yeah, so there's some good stuff in there. So all right, so we're doing good so far.
He did the soundtrack for a Sonic game, whether it was 2 or not.
I don't know which one it was. What do you got for 7?
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Absolute, pure, it's simple, point and click sarcasm.
It's got lots of
It's just sarcasm.
character.
It's sarcasm and then a little bit more sarcasm and just really like dumb humor.
Yeah,
It's a great it's
got a lot of wit in it.
It's a little bit of Monty Python.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little kind of like Monty Python goes pirate. That's a little bit like that.
I think it was one of LucasArts'
not straight up like
first
it's
games.
more like some of their skits, not necessarily their movies. Not like Monty Python movies, but a little bit of the humor that they had from their skits, like the Dead Parrot.
Yeah.
And things like that. What were you saying?
If I'm not mistaken, it was made by LucasArts.
I believe it was.
And it was like one of their first games.
He's looking it up because we can. Well, you probably could have just looked up Monkey. Oh, right there. First one on the list.
Yeah. LucasArts' first game.
LucasArts' first game, huh? Nice. My number 7, I actually put multiple games on number 7. My number 7 is Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, good, yeah.
I just kind of put the series on there. I mean, it started on PS1, 96, 97, and 98.
I was
I just enjoyed all three of them.
Tomb Raider, but I never played Tomb Raider, so I can't, like...
No,
I can't
again,
actually
because
put it
this
on
is
there.
the games that we enjoyed. Games that we like,
Yeah.
to play or that we had some fun with. Not necessarily any kind of game that... The game could have been great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be on the list if we didn't like it or if we didn't play it. So, yeah. So, Tomb Raider was one of those games. Actually, it was really funny because Tomb Raider was one of the first games that I played with Lori. Because there's a couple games in here that I played quite a bit with Lori.
Yeah.
Because I like the shooting things and she liked the puzzle aspect of it. So, she would, help me out with the puzzles. And I would just, use the controller to shoot everything. It was at the time where the codes, you had all those dumb codes where you could get like unlimited ammo or unlimited everything. And then it had this
I
one.
miss cheat codes.
It did have the one where if you put in the wrong code, she would actually explode.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. So, all right. So what you got for number 6?
Speaking of cheat codes for a second, I miss cheat codes. I still remember
Game Genie, baby.
I still
Game
remember
Genie and,
the
other one. I don't even remember what the other one was.
See, but I like the ones that you have to memorize. Like I still remember the what's it called? The cheat code for unlimited ammo in Battlefront 2.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, up, down, left, down, left, down, left, down, left, right, start.
Nice.
That's I don't know why that's the one that I remember
stuck,
the most, but it's stuck.
And then I remember, you had to hit it at the right time, right place, at the right part of the menu. There were a bunch of those. I got one. I got another one in here like that. All right. So what you got for number 6? Number
Doom.
6 on your list. Doom.
I really liked Doom.
Doom is one of my memorable mentions. I again, just one of those games that I thought was really, really good. I understood what it did. I understood the part it played. Oh, sorry guys, you've been talking and we missed it somehow.
Yeah. For some reason,
It didn't scroll down.
It stopped scrolling.
So-
I was wondering why nobody was talking.
All right. So anyway, so I understand how Doom was really good. I just didn't play it that much.
Yeah.
Victoria is talking about the Konami code. Yours wasn't even the Konami code. Tomb Raider is awesome. Tom wishes that there were more platforms. Yeah, I absolutely believe it. For those of you listening to the podcast, we're also streaming live. We kind of jump back and forth between streaming live on Facebook and sometimes on our Twitch, and then we rip the audio for the podcast. But we're on Facebook today.
Facebook.
So if you hear us talking to people, they're not the voices in our heads. Normally, we do talk to them, but normally not in public.
I don't talk to them out loud.
Correct.
Almost ever.
I do out loud, but just not in public. Not on camera, that's for sure.
No.
People would know we're crazy. I was going to say they think we're crazy, but
they
already think that. But
it's just whether or not it's confirmed.
We don't want to give any proof at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my number 6. Dun 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 dun. On the Nintendo 64, 1997, GoldenEye.
I almost put GoldenEye in my top 10.
GoldenEye. So again, I'm all about competition. GoldenEye was the first game that I remember going split screen and trying to get somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
And then not only did it have the split screen multiplayer, I love dumb things for the purpose of dumb things. Okay? For instance, the fact that 007 GoldenEye had a code, speaking of codes, which I wish we, like you said, I wish we could bring these codes back. The fact that 007 had a code for paintball was just awesome. I loved it. You know, like there's no point in it, but the fact that you could just go paintball on people was awesome. I really, really liked GoldenEye.
Odd Job was busted. Yeah, I almost put it on the my top 10 because I do remember going to the Terrio's house and playing GoldenEye. But,
that's back when we were in Port Charlotte.
Yeah, it was way back then.
All right, so let's go back. So 10 through 6, I got Crazy Taxi, Madden 92, Space Channel 5, Tomb Raider, and GoldenEye. What did you have for your 10 through 6?
Money Puzzle Exchanger or
Great
Money
game.
Idol Exchanger, depending on who you are. Kirby Star Stacker, Toe Jam and Earl, and Monkey Island and Doom.
My number 5, PC game. It was one of the first PC games that I really got into, and it was really weird because it was no action whatsoever. Probably the slowest game I have ever played.
But it looked pretty.
And if you know me, I don't do slow very well.
He doesn't do slow.
But it was Myst. It was so well done. The sound in it was amazing. Like you said, it looked really good, and it was just this one big puzzle. So what ends up happening is, without completely spoiling the game, because I still think it's worth playing if you find it out there somewhere, you are stuck inside of a book, and you need to find your way out of the book. But there's pretty much nobody, or at least you think there's nobody, on the island or islands that you are on, but it is all puzzle. I mean, it is 100% puzzle. It is really, really cool. I spent a lot of time with Lori playing that game for sure. On my college PC. All right, what's your number 5?
My number 5, Windjammers.
Nice game.
Windjammers is a fun game.
Windjammers is a great game. It's basically frisbee volleyball, sort of, with a touch of soccer.
It's more like pong, frisbee pong.
I can see that. Yeah, frisbee pong, volleyball, indoor soccer.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a game where you throw frisbees at the other person's goal, and the other person has to catch it.
And you don't want them to catch it.
There's angles, there's curves, there's
super speed.
It's good. There's power ups.
Ludicrous
not power
speed.
ups, but Power moves. That's
Yep.
what I meant to say. And there's actually a second one coming out, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't
It
know
is
when
coming
that
up.
is.
It is coming up. I've been in the conversation, so I'm in a conversation on Twitter with some of the developers. We have this private chat, and it's really funny because the private chat will go like with nothing on it for just a little bit of time, and then all of a sudden it'll like explode, and either the developers are talking or some of the top guys are talking about what's happening with the game. But it is coming out. They were going to have it available at some events, but unfortunately some of the events disappeared. Go to Plaid. That's right, ludicrous speed. And speaking of speed, so Tom, Mr. Tom Bombadil right here, joining us on the chat, just started playing Forza Motorsports with us. Forza Motorsports is probably the one game that I've spent the most time in.
Yeah.
By far. It's definitely my go-to game. It's one of the it's a game that's like a whole lot of fun for me and a little bit frustrating at the same time, because I'm like, if you look at the numbers on the leaderboards, I'm in the top 3% in the world, but I play with the top 3% in the world, so I still get my butt kicked. Yeah. So I'm like, that's right, I'm in the top 3, and then I go play with my buddies, and like I'm somewhere in the middle of the group that I play with. So it's a whole lot of fun. But the only reason I bring that up, not only because Tom just joined us and he just started playing Forza with us, but because my number 4 game is Gran Turismo. PS1, 1997. This was the game that started all of this. And actually, I stayed in Gran Turismo until Forza came out, and then Forza kind of kicked it in.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, I kind of kicked it in at the last second. When Forza came in, I started playing Forza and left Gran Turismo behind. But Gran Turismo was an amazing game. It was the first game where you actually had to get different driver's license in order to move up the ranks. You could actually get parts, and you could tune your cars. It had 140 cars, 11 tracks, and then 22 tracks if you go backwards, because you could go reverse on the tracks as well. It was really, 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 really cool. The campaign was amazing. It's again, just, which is weird because Gran Turismo and now Forza are one of the very few games that I actually do play the campaign. Like, I have Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I deleted the campaign because it was just taking up space.
It's too much space.
Because I don't play the campaign. Again, it's not a competition, so I don't play it. If I don't get to compete, it's very rare for me to play something that I don't get to compete in. But at number 4, Gran Turismo was definitely huge in what I kind of changing my view of single player games, because it was very single player at the time, But again, changing tires, tuning the car, it just opened up a whole new world that didn't exist, because prior to that it was just Need for Speed and games that you just got in the car and went fast, and that was kind of like. It
was the first simulation race.
Yeah, it really was. It was really, really good. What's your number 4?
My number 4, Banjo and Kazooie.
Banjo and Kazooie, yeah.
The original.
Which